Hi everybody, this is Pablo again from the city of Central Point. There's another concept that I want to leave you with. The other video on this one are the basis of everything that you do when you work with me. Well, it is the basis of everything that you do, except you're probably not aware of it. So, this other concept is very simple. It's way shorter than the last one. And going back to the information the 3 satellites sent to your brain, yeah. On our day-to-day basis, throughout the day, we are exposed and go through stressful situations. Now, stress can be positive in the case of exercise, or it can be the kind of stress we'll mostly talk about. When you people start even getting physically sick after a while after a long stress period. Now, the brain takes up on all this information and everything that happens and all these perceptions that we have of what's happening. Yeah. So we have mechanisms in which we can realize that stress is there and actually do something about it. But if we don't, we go kind of like on an automatic mode, stressful automatic mode. And I'll talk about it in another video, because that is a fast stress in itself, to explain how real it is physically and why those outputs, it's pretty interesting. So we can do another one if you want to. Anyway, write it down on the page if you want to hear about stress and how it works and what it does to the body. But anyway, so we have defense mechanisms, but when the stress is too much, that's when all these symptoms, the headaches, the backache, or the neck, or the lack of appetite, or eating too much, or constipation. It can be anything. Yeah. Okay. So these 3 satellites are constantly feeding our brain with information, which can be very good for us or not so good. Yeah, because that can bring us into a state of stress. So our bodies have, let's call this our stress bucket. Yeah? Stress bucket. Okay, I'm gonna draw here like a little spigot. Again, I'm a trainer. I don't draw or paint or anything like that, obvious. Okay, so everything that happens during the day goes in here, from food, work, play, workout, commute, boss, job, etc. Okay? Now, all that stress starts to accumulate, right? And here, let's say that there's our line in which anything below this, we pretty much, excuse me, no, I'm not sick. Pretty much everything we do, under this line, we can handle it. Mechanisms, and then we work out, or we have a hobby, and on the weekend we go to the river, whatever, you know, and we deal with the different kinds of stress and negative stimuli in life, right? But what if it starts going above that line? That's when it's not fun. The way we work it out is we open this spigot. So this can drop the level of stress. And funny, we do this by I start working with you by looking at the way you walk and you move, and based on that, we're gonna start with drills that will connect and make the 3 satellites work consciously as we're doing it. Okay? Because there's a thing, we can go and ride a bike, and actually that's an automatic. Nobody ever forgets. Nobody? Has anybody ever forgotten to ride a bike? I don't know. Anyway, most people don't. So that means your brain puts stuff into automatic so it doesn't waste energy. Your brain consumes a lot of energy. Okay? And anything that's automatic, it's that precisely automatic. Doesn't have to think about it, doesn't have to spend so much energy on it. Okay. But what we do is drills that will actually make you use all 3 satellites, not all the time, but most of the time, in a conscious movement. And that's when you can change. That's when this threat goes down. That's when you tell your nervous system, listen, I should get out of this pain, or I should be able to move my arm in a full range of motion, whatever the case may be. And with those drills that go, a lot of them I try to make them that they're a pre-workout. They can be in some cases a warm-up. Some cases aren't, but you need to do these before you do your workout so you can perform and move better. Now, if that sounds like something you're interested in, well, come to our classes. There's a bunch of instructors. And now that this pandemic, well, I think a lot of good things are going to come out of it. And this summer, I hope that we will be teaching classes at the city, in the parks, and not just online. Classes online will be going on now. Talk to you.